Everyone, welcome to my channel, The Cloud Box. And this is the next video inside the Azure Databricks playlist. And here I'm going to upload a video on one Pyspark scenario-based question. So before I start to this video, let me quickly introduce my channel. The channel name is The Cloud Box, and here I upload video related to Azure data engineering. You will find so many videos on Databricks, Data Factory, Pyspark, and upcoming time I'm going to upload video on SQL, Python, etc. So if you are a new guy and if you are a fresher or you are someone who are into another domain and you want to upskill yourself into Azure data engineering, probably you go ahead and do check my channel, and you can see a lot of video I have uploaded. Even though the fundamentals and the scenario based, those videos are probably I have uploaded as per my experience. People are asking in the interview, and these are really important into day to day project activity. Okay, before wasting any further time, let's quickly jump into the video. Okay, so I will open the Databricks community version account. If you are not using a paid one, so you can go ahead and always check for the Databricks community version. You can go ahead and create your free version account for the Databricks. Okay. So here I'm going to come with one question. Let's say you know how to rename the columns in a data frame in using Pyspark. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a data first. Let me create a data. So for the first data, I'm going to take ID, and then here I'm going to give the name, of course, and here I'm going to give like age. So age will be a numeric value, and again here I'm going to give this city. So let's say city is Delhi. So this is the for the one record. So I need to separate, yeah, in using the tuple. So I'm just going to make one more record. So let's say ID 2, and here I'm going to give the name like Ramesh. Okay, any name you can take it, and here I'm going to give age 30, and here I'm going to give the city like Mumbai. Okay, let me enter one more record, and this record will hold ID 3, and let me increase this guy age. So first I need to give the name. So name would be, let's say, Rohit. Okay, and of course here I'm going to give increase the age, so age is be 32, and this guy belongs to, let's say, Bangalore. Okay, fine. So we have created the data, and similarly we need to create a schema. So this is really helpful while doing the hands-on, because in real scenario probably you're not going to create data frame like this. We are going to read from a files. So if time permits, I'll show you how to read from the files, even though I have already uploaded, but you just go ahead and the basic would be same only. So you need to create data frame. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to, the first column would be our ID column, okay, and the second column would be our name column, and the third column would be, let's say, age column, and the fourth column would be city column. Okay, so far we are good. In the in a Pyspark, we have something called create data frame. Okay, create data frame. One second. And in the create data frame, I'll pass data is equal to data, and a schema is equal to a schema. Fine. Even though you're not passing data is equal to data, you will only pass data, and a schema also is going to work. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to take the data and a schema, and I'm going to use a create data frame function using a Spark object in a storing in done variable called df, that is data frame. Here, let me quickly show the data once if our data frame got created or not. So if I'll show you, we can see our data frame got created. Till that point, it is fine. We have created data frame manually. But in, let's say, in real scenario, you are using a spark.read.format function. You'll pass CSV or any format. Header, probably if there is header, you will pass true, and you will give the path, and you will simply store that same thing in the DF data. So far we are good. Now we need to rename the column. Okay, so we have a inbuilt function from the Pyspark side with column renamed, and here you will give like ID. Let me, let's say our ID would be new ID, and let me quickly show you the result. Okay, so if you are seeing, your ID got changed to new ID. right? You have renamed the column. Now let's say if we have 4 5 columns, okay, then probably what you can do, you can use the with column rename multiple times and you can do the job. That's fine. Okay, fine. So here I guess it's name. So let's say I can give new name. Here I guess it's age. So I can, let's say it's a new age, something like that. And it's basically a city. So I can do like something called a new city. And again, I'm going to show you the result. So it is going to probably rename all the columns with. So this way, this is one of the way you can rename all the columns in a data frame by using with column rename function again and again. Okay, but somehow this is not an optimized solution when you have a huge number of columns. And okay, so basically for that reason, what you can do, we have one approach that can be solve your problem, while you do not need to duplicate this with column rename function again and again multiple times. Instead, what you can do, you can create a list. This list you can create manually. So let's say this list is going to hold the old and the new column value, because you have to mention it what is the old column and the new column. So our old column is id, and I want to use the id 5 as a new column. Here I want to use name 3 as a new column. And here let's say in age I want to use like age 6 as a new column. And what next? So in the city, I'm going to use the city 7 as any name just want to give. So you can see I'm creating a JSON file. This JSON file is going to, I'm basically creating a dictionary. So the dictionary basically key is old value, and the I'm basically key and the value pair. So key is old value and value is a new value of a new column. Then again, there's things I'm separated with comma. So you can see this is going to hold the index 1. This is going to hold the index 2. This is going to hold the index 3, and so on. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll take a loop in the sense I'll take two variable, that is old call, and here I'll take new call. Okay. In where? In mapping list, right? Mapping list dot items. So that is basically it's a function from Python, that is item is going to iterate through list and it's going to give you the value basically. Okay, its item is going to iterate through this list and it's going to take a value. Okay, fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the with column rename function again because we have to use it, right? And here I'm going to pass old call and comma new call. Okay, fine. And I'll exit from the list loop and I'll show you the result. Let me quickly show you if this is working fine or not. So this is probably not working. One second. Uh, Let me quickly first run this. Fine. Mapping list I've created. This I have created ID with ID 5, name with name, is with here. This is the one mistake we have done, I guess. No, I guess is fine. Is city. For old and new column in mapping list dot items, df dot with column renamed, and df dot so. Okay, one second. Okay, let me. I'm not sure this should work, but somehow it is not working. Mapping list dot items. Okay, fine. So here what we need to do, we need to store in a variable. Okay. So once you store in, then only it's going to work. Okay, fine. So now if you see that ID changed to ID 5, name changed to name 3, is change to S3 and city change to city 3. So probably we are not storing, so probably you need to store in a variable. Okay, so this is one way we can easily go ahead and change the column names. Okay, fine. So that is a one way, right? And let's say if you want to do it other way, so there is we have one more function. Let's say what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one mapping list 2, and here it's instead of storing the old and the new, I'm only interested in storing the new value. Okay, idn, let's say, and let's say name t, something like that, anything I can give, right? I'm free. So here I'm going to do you, and then here I'm going to do cti, fine. I'm going to do cti, fine. So this is the difference is in the first list, in the first thing I was storing in a dictionary, and in the second part I'm storing in a list. Okay, so now what I can do, I can I can take a variable that rename something like that, rename df is equal to uh, df dot to df. I'm going to use a function, and I'm going to take the list. Okay, and not for one item, I'm going to take for all the item. And probably if you see it, so now our rename df dot, so if you do that, so you can go ahead and check whether it is working fine or not. So you can see, boom, we have done the job. So basically our id got changed to idn, our name got changed to name t, age got u, and ct got changed to cti. So the idea behind it, so let me quickly go ahead and explain it again. So we have created a data frame something like this. Okay, now, what we did, we firstly we went to rename one column. So we saw the results. That results were changed. We have 4 columns only. We are going to change it with column renamed again and again. So we can do that, but it's not optimized solution. Let's say we have 100 of columns, 1,000 of columns, so that you cannot write with column renamed 100 times, 1,000 times, and you cannot do it. Actually, you can do it, but it's not an optimized solution. It will take long time also, right? So we have solved this with two approaches. The first approach would be, we are going to store the old and the new column in a dictionary format. Okay, key value pair. So in a key, we are going to store the old name, and the value we are going to store the new name, right? So what we did, we iterate through, we have taken two variables, once for key and once for the value, and then we iterate through this particular dictionary, and we are fetching the items. Item is going to fetch the value from the dictionary, and then here we are storing into one variable again, df dot with column renamed, and we are passing the two variable key and value pair. And if you run it, you can see your column got renamed, right? And we propose with a new solution. In the new solution, we are not going to store key value in a dictionary. Instead, I'm only interested to store the new column. Okay, so these things at least you should know, and this solution should have like equal number of columns present in the new columns. If not, then you can finally go ahead and find the length of a column. That's len, you will pass d the columns, it is going to give you the length. This way, if it is not equal, then probably you shouldn't proceed with this, but probably it should be equal. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all the new columns separated by comma into a list, and I'm just using 2df function. In the 2df function, I'm just going to pass for the all the columns. I'm going to print it, so it is going to change the column name, right? That is one video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you really liked it. And please go ahead and do subscribe my channel. In the next video, I'm going to take one more scenario based question to add, let's say, one suffix or a prefix or any special character for all the columns. So how you can do that? Okay, this question was asked to me in one of the interviews, so I just thought to solve it. So go ahead and do subscribe my channel, do share with your friends, so other friends, so other people also can watch and can learn. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, have a wonderful day. Thanks a lot.